Glenn has written in and says, "Hi Dutch, I was wondering how you guys secured your money when travelling on the road. When driving with hundreds of thousands of dollars from town to town, did you, I doubt you were driving around with hundreds of thousands, but hundreds if not thousands, did you ever have trouble with other wrestlers who were not trustworthy being around having lots of cash at hand?"
Oh, I've been around some sticky fingers now. But what I would do when I'd go to the ring, you know where my money went? It went with me, but in my boot. I'd put it down inside my sock, then lace up my boot. So my money was securely controlled or concealed. And if anybody went through my belongings back there or my wallet or anything, there was no money in it. But yeah, there were some sticky fingers. They could be some sticky fingers in the locker room. So you'd have to watch who you dressed around, because it's human nature. It's not just the wrestlers doing that. It's human nature. If you see some money, you might be having a tough time. You'll take it and intend to pay. You could even intend to pay it back, but intending to pay it back would be admitting you stole it in the first place. So there's no winner there. So yeah, I just put my money down in my sock, and I didn't have thousands of dollars. I maybe had tens of dollars and a credit card that went with me too. So, and that's how I control my money.
Is this the right time to name and shame some locker room thieves over the years? Or did you ever actually have any names or just suspect of certain people?
No, I didn't have. You knew the ones to watch. You know, I mean, I never caught anybody in the process of stealing anything. I can't come up with a name right now.
Did you ever have money stolen from you? And that's when you ended up carrying it around with you?
Never had any money stolen.
I'm going to go slightly off-piste here, if you like that. Bagmen in wrestling, who were the trustworthy guys who would handle the money from, shows, house shows, and take it with them around? Because I know Gorilla Monsoon, I believe, used to do that for the WWF. I don't know if I'm making this up, but Grizzly Smith might have been a bagman at one time.
Oh, he was. He was the office representative at the shows. So when Grizzly would show up, he would make sure that and anybody who did this, you would make sure the box office was set up and the building was set up. You had a few things you'd have to cover, and you would do a check on their money, on your advance. Most of your advance would maybe be there if you had ticket sales somewhere in the city or in the town or in the area. And then you go to the dressing room and you would hand out the finishes, and then you'd watch the finishes. And at the end, or close to the end, the agent would be in the ticket box, the ticket office, and they would be settling up. And he settles up the state taxes, the city taxes, if the building had been paid for, the insurance. He takes care of all that, and then he brings the office part back with him in a bag, because he's carrying a gun. Now, later on, they just took that money. Most of it's done with credit card anyway, and they just send that directly to the bank from the box office. He does. I don't know how they do it now, but yeah, you'd have to be and the bag man would have to leave with somebody with him. Now, it was Jerry Jarrett's mother used to do it in Evansville and Louisville, and I don't know how many people knew that she was bringing money out with her, but I think she was always accompanied to her car by the policeman or two police guys, and they would get in the car and they would leave. Miss Christine, that was Jerry Jarrett's mother, she would have a driver, a young woman that was her niece or something, and she would drive, and Miss Jarrett would sit over there with the money. So that's how they got it out of there.
Do you know of any other bagmen in the territories over the years that you can think of?
Well, here's a story that don't have nothing about Bagman. Austin Idol. He was in Georgia.
Oh,
You ever hear
is this
this?
the Battle Royal?
Oh
Jack?
yeah, Battle
Yeah.
Royal. He told me this story.
Yeah.
He said he won the Battle Royal, and then when he got the check, it was written out to him.
The winner of the Battle Royal. It was
The
written out
winner
to,
of the Battle Royal got the check, and he got the check in the ring, and they signed it. I think right then he could have it, and he disappeared. They're supposed to get the check back from him, but they didn't. Early the next morning, Idol spent the night in Columbus, Georgia. He spent he spent the night in Columbus and got up early as soon as the bank opened, went in, cashed the check. That was his last night in Georgia. And they wanted to charge him with, stealing the money, but they couldn't, because that would mean that he didn't really get the money and wrestling was fake. And that was Austin Idol.
Was this Fred Ward? Was that the promoter's name?
Fred Ward was the son-in-law of, I can't remember the promoter's name in Columbus. Ed Ward, and he had two son-in-laws. He was one of the son-in-laws, had another Leon somebody, and then Fred Ward. I think that was his name.
So it was Fred Ward then?
I think it was Fred Ward, and I think, yes, yeah. I don't know.